Julian Thorne, the governor's son, assaulted me outside the ER, screaming to move the ambulance that was holding his own gravely injured nephew. It was a chaotic night at St. Jude's Pediatric Medical Center. A 6-year-old Leo had been rushed in after a severe car accident, and I, Dr. Maya Sharma, head of pediatric trauma surgery, was gearing up for what would undoubtedly be a complex operation. The ambulance carrying him had just pulled up, lights flashing, its stretcher prepped, when a man in an expensive suit, reeking of alcohol, suddenly burst onto the scene. He was waving his phone, recording himself on a live stream, his face flushed with rage. "Move this damn ambulance!" he shrieked, pointing at the vehicle that held our critical patient. "I have an emergency. My driver needs to pull up right here now." My team, focused on getting Leo inside, exchanged bewildered glances. This wasn't just any parking spot. It was the designated trauma bay entrance. I stepped forward, trying to maintain a calm, professional demeanor despite the growing absurdity. "Sir, this is an emergency entrance. We have a critical patient. You need to step back," he scoffed, shoving his phone closer to my face. "Do you know who I am? My father controls everything in this state. You'll lose your job. Move it, or I'll shut this whole place down." He snatched my clipboard, sending paper scattering across the asphalt, then grabbed my arm, digging his fingers in. "What's your name? I'm calling my father right now." My security team was moving in, and a local news crew, coincidentally covering a hospital charity event, had turned their cameras towards the unfolding spectacle. Julian didn't care. He was too drunk, too entitled, too consumed by his own perceived importance. He pulled out his phone, already dialing, putting it on speaker. "Dad, you won't believe these incompetent fools at St. Jude's." He bellowed into the phone before the governor could even respond. "They're refusing to move their ambulance for me. I need you to shut this place down immediately." There was a moment of silence on the other end. Then Governor Thorne's voice, tight with concern, cut through the night. "Julian, where exactly are you calling from?" "St. Jude's Pediatric. These staff members just assaulted me," he declared, gesturing wildly at me and my team. The governor's voice changed, a chilling edge entering his tone. "Julian, what are you doing at St. Jude's? Your sister Rebecca rushed Leo there over an hour ago after his accident. He's in surgery right now." Julian froze. His face went from furious to utterly bewildered. "Leo? What accident?" "The car accident, Julian. Our grandson is in surgery right now." The governor's voice cracked. Julian looked at the ambulance, then at the bloodied stretcher being wheeled out, then at his phone, where comments on his live stream were now exploding with horrified questions about the injured child. His eyes landed on me again, but this time, the anger was replaced by dawning horror. I took a deep breath, my voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through me. "Mr. Thorne," I said, looking him dead in the eyes, "your nephew Leo is upstairs fighting for his life. Your sister Rebecca is in the waiting room, praying he survives. And you just assaulted the only surgeon in this state who can save him." His live stream went silent, then erupted. The news crew kept filming as Julian Thorne's legs gave out, and he collapsed onto the ground. I turned away from the stunned silence, walking towards the ER doors. "I took an oath to do no harm," I announced to the room, to the cameras, to my team. "That includes not operating while emotionally compromised. Another surgeon would have to take over." Leo survived that night, thanks to the quick work of my team and my colleague who stepped in. Julian Thorne, on the other hand, received a 5-year prison sentence. Governor Thorne publicly disowned his son to save his political career. A career almost destroyed by his son's unchecked privilege and utter lack of empathy. It was a stark reminder that even the most powerful can be brought down by their own blind arrogance, especially when that arrogance threatens the innocent.